Hey guys, VideoJames, and welcome to the How to Use Absol video. I'm gonna end up making more Pokemon How to Use videos, just because there are a few of my friends, that have started getting back into Pokemon. They used to like it, and now they're starting to get back into the game by using Pokemon Showdown, like I do, for when I want to test out stuff and play against other people without having to wait 10 million hours. So, I'm probably going to be making more of these, and I'm probably going to try and center them around their Pokemon, so that I can help them and benefit them. But, I'm just going to go ahead and start with Absol, just because it's still Spooktober, and Absol is, well, used to be, one of the creepiest Pokemon to me ever, just because he didn't talk, and he could always tell when disaster was coming. So, I always thought he was evil, because younger me, before I grew up and got a sense of maturity, younger me used to think that Absols meant disaster instead of Absols could tell when disaster was coming. But anyway, enough rambling on about my past, which I really don't want to look back on. Probably shouldn't, because there's probably a whole bunch of covered secrets that I probably shouldn't do. But anyway, when you look at Absol, he's got some of the good abilities. He's got Pressure, which I thought used to be only something you get on Legends. He's got Super Luck, which raises the critical hit ratio of moves by 1. And he's got Justified, which I don't know why. I mean, did Absol used to be a Psychic or a Ghost or something? But if you don't know what Justified does, it raises the attack by 1 stage if a Pokemon's hit by a Dark-type move. I don't know what they were thinking when they tried to give Absol this ability. Probably, oh, we have a Dark-type move that hits 2 Pokemon, so Absol will benefit from this. But I don't think that's the case today, as I don't think there's a Dark-type move that hits 2 Pokemon. If I'm wrong, please tell me down in the comments, because I want to know if I'm wrong. That's one of the great things about the comments, is you guys tell me if I'm wrong, and you guys also learn from me if I'm actually right. Which is barely ever. And Absol, of course, he's a pure Dark-type, so he's got that weakness to Fighting Bug and Fairy, which in today's society is becoming increasingly common with Ninjask's. Is that right? Yeah, Ninjask's. What's the Mawile? Ninjask's, Mawiles, and Gardevoirs, because those are all floating around. They're part of the metagame right now. And the great thing about Absol, in my opinion, is if you search for him in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, he can get you the Life Orb, which helps you get immensely stronger Pokemon. But anyway, when you go down to Absol's stats, just for the normal version, hang on, just for the normal version, you can end up getting a pretty good attack stat. Absol basically has a Greninja speed in attack. He's got that 130 attack, plus a 75 speed, so you're going to at least outspeed a couple of Pokemon, not a lot, but that's where the jolly nature and a bunch of speed investment comes in, which Absol doesn't really use. But then when we get onto the Mega Evolution, again, pure Dark, so same weaknesses, and his stats get an immeasurable increase, also bringing up his special attack to where it can be useful, as it gets to 115, and his attack stays at 150, so if you wanted to keep an attack Absol and just make it Mega, or you wanted to make a special Absol that's Mega, you could go ahead and do whatever the heck you want. And, of course, with a base 115 speed, you're going to be outspeeding a lot of Pokemon that aren't EV trained. And as you guys, well, if you guys have been around on my channel for long enough, you'll know that I used to make, well, I did make videos on EV training and all that, which I will do, by the way. I'm just trying to work out what the best scenario for how to make them is. But when we get into Showdown, and I've seen Showdown banning a lot of people for some reason. I don't know why. It's like, oh, we're just gonna ban you and not know why. I probably shouldn't be harping on it that much. Ah, no, why'd you do that? No, it got rid of my stuff. I didn't want that. Okay, if I can remember where this Absol was put, I think this one was 252 and 252. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So when we look at this Absol set, this is basically the critical hitter, because like we said, normal Absol has that physical attack, so he can basically just sweep almost a lot of stuff. And that baton pass should not be a baton pass. I don't know why it is. But it should be a swords dance. And this is my way of running Absol, is you give him the Razor Claw, and the Razor Claw, in case you don't know, gives you an extra chance at having a critical hit ratio. So, say you have an Absol that has Super Luck, already raised the critical hit ratio stage by 1, and then the Razor Claw boosted by another 1. And then for the moves, we've got Psycho Cut, high critical hit ratio, Night Slash, high critical hit ratio, Sucker Punch, hit first most of the time, if your opponent is using a physical attack, and then Swords Dance. Now the way I like to use this Absol is just Sucker Punch once, and then next turn, no. What I like to do with this Absol, I forgot for a minute, is get something with Fake Out on the field first, and protect him, and I usually use this tactic in double battles, but what I like to do with this Absol is I like to send out something with Fake Out, so I can fake out one of the opponent's Pokemon, and then I can go a Swords Dance, get my Absol up, and then I can just Sucker Punch and get the possible raised critical hit and the possible chance of getting the stab. But anyway, when you're using that Absol, you want it to stay around a while. It's not going to be speedy. If you get this Absol, you want it to be in the spot where it can attack and take a couple hits. So, you always want to put the investment in HP and attack for this set. You can put the others wherever you want. You can even give him 6 in special attack if you want to give him, oh, I don't know, Ice Beam or something. But anyway, moving on. Oh, I forgot. This Absol is supposed to be an adamant Absol, because you can see the little plus attack and minus special attack. You probably actually can see that now, because I think I upped the Smart Pixel resolution to where you can see that. But moving on to Mega Absol. And the stats didn't go away, thank you very much. There's 2 ways I like running Mega Absol, and because he's a Magic Bounce Mega, he can prevent a lot of setup, like Sableye, Aerodactyl, Skarmory. He can prevent a lot of that. So, say you send out a Mega Absol, you want him to have Sucker Punch, Knock Off, Swords Dance, and Toxic. And basically the same setup in EVs for the last Absol. Now how you use this one is basically knock off the first move, get rid of whatever item they have, and then hit a Swords Dance to try and get your health up, and then if they hit you again but you're still outspeeding them, go for a Toxic. That way you can just get a poison on them and your Absol will go down for glory. And then the final Absol that I like to use is my special Absol. And this Absol is basically focused on a special attack wall. He's not a sit around, wait kind of thing. He is a complete, I'm going to shoot you the second you get on this field. So this is how you set up this Absol. Why do you have the investment in attack? Okay, hang on, give me a second to fix this. If this thing wouldn't mess up what I do. This is one of the reasons I hate Showdown. I really wish they would fix this. Because on mobile devices and stuff like that, it does this thing where it glitches after you put in a stat, and sometimes it gets rid of it or changes it to something different than what you had it. And that annoys the crap out of me. So, Showdown people, if you're seeing this, please fix this, because it is incredibly annoying. I've lost Absol stats I can't tell you how many times trying to prepare for this video, and it has taken me over 10 minutes trying to get them back, and it should not take that long. Alright, there we go. So I've got the EVs and all that in. Now I just need to put in Modest Nature. Okay. Now that that's done, sorry, this is another Mega Absol set, and again, because he's not that much of a special when he's normal, you want to have him Mega if you're going to use special. And like I said, this Absol is just a complete shooter. He's like, get out of my face, alright? The moves you give him, Dark Pulse, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, and Flamethrower. And this is a common Absol set, so I made a stupid mistake when I started playing competitively, and looking up how to use videos. This Absol was meant to be like this, but at that time I had no clue what EVs and IVs and all that were. So I had basically the worst Absol you can imagine, trying to use him as Mega, with this moveset, and he was adamant. So you can imagine how well that worked out. That Absol got killed more times than I can count. And this is a little Absol story that's not related to this video, but this is funny to me. I was really hoping that when Absol came out, like, the Mega actually came out and it had the wings, I was hoping he would become a Dark and Flying, because that would just make him so much better. Just make him Dark Flying, fighting Bug virtually goes away, and you can just basically use moves like Air Slash and all that. Absol would be so much better if you could use, like, Air Slash. But anyway, those are the 3 basic sets that you can use Absol for, and so, this video is going to conclude, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Like I said, I'll be making a couple more of these in the future, more often than I do, probably, I don't know, let's say once a week, just so I can try and help some of my people out there, my friends, my peoples, who are trying to get into Pokemon and want to play competitively. But I'm doing this for you guys, so if you guys like this and you want to use these sets, go ahead. But also, if you like this video, please slap that like button, and I'll see you guys later.